I really dislike this arena for the pillars. Like in twos, it's fine. For those, I feel like these pillars are just way too short. You know what I mean? Wait, do these statues move? They are moving. I didn't realize that. I know I'm a second excuse just to look at the toes, but trust me, that's not what I'm trying to do. Reflect up for Rick. Oh, wait, what a second. Should just bounce that Shadow Crash back to Siona? I am sorry, you could bounce back a Shadow Crash? What? I don't think I've ever seen that. For the longest time, I'm used to Shadow Crash not being able to bounce back to the target. Is that because of the targeted Shadow Crash and not a ground Shadow Crash? Also, that Doom Guard. What did that Doom Guard do? That Doom Guard is just like, hey, boss, what's up? He just doesn't even have line of sight. Maybe he can get 1 or 2 bolts. Maybe that's a bolt from Doom Guard. I don't even know. Hold on. He's got 1 bolt, 2 bolts, 3 bolts. He's insane. Wait, Sion is actually dead for those 3 bolts, actually. Unless you go for some kind of a heal. AoE fear on those pets. I think it looks like AoE fear on some of those pets. Feared by Siona. Shadow Crash does connect, but Rick is going to be able to take ya. Man, that is rough. That is actually rough. That is not an easy matchup, dude. Shadow Priest versus Warlock is not easy at all. Mostly just because they have like more mobility than you, but Mossfire should have no issues with mobility whatsoever. Unfortunately, wait, I was gonna say, unfortunately, Rick is pulling his pets too far back. No, keeping him right next to him. Axe toss to trade with a Feral on an opener into a fear right after does give Rick the opener in order to be able, or ability to counteract the opener of Mossfire. Does go for the trinket. Tyrant right after. Full Pit Lord and everything is in play. That's a loads of damage. Rick definitely needs to land more Hand of Gul'dans, I think, to build up more of the eyeballs for his tier set. Definitely needs to do that a lot more than he is doing so far. Definitely needs to do that whenever possible. Does go for a big gateway to separate from Mossfire. And Mossfire is under a ton of pressure from all those pets. After a full Tyrant wing, a full Tyrant go, it is not easy, man. Got himself some Shadow Bolts, building up a bit of resources. He just pops him like a balloon. I don't think it was with a Chaos Mother or anything. Unless it was Chaos Mother or Overlord at the same time. I'm not even sure. Thrall is going to be up next. And immediately the man is literally taking 10, 15% of his health, close to 20% of his health in damage without even walking up to Rick, just behind the pillar. This is how much pressure you have to deal with when you play against the Demonology Warlock, looking for elite, but an axe toss stops you. It doesn't even keep you, send you flying forward or anything like that, which is so weird. I feel like once you're mid-air, even though stun, you should still like go flying, I think, but Blizzard does it all weird. Reflect up, Thrall charging in, wall with a bulwark available, trying to go for a kick, landing a big Tempest, picking up a lot of healing. The more Maelstrom can get, the better. Got himself big ascend. Fear onto Thrall, however, does have a trinket for it, looking to keep the pressure onto Rick, does get hit with an axe toss. Fear right after, his whole rest of Ascendance is going to get CC'd out of control. Hand of Gul'dan's built up for Rick with a big old Overlord jumping in. Bunch of burst damage with the fell eyeballs from the tier set. And Rick does get rid around the corner. All those pets do get CC'd. Yet another gateway. So far, he's got to use a gateway 3 times in 3 minutes. What is the cooldown on that thing? Is it like 30 seconds? What is happening here? He's using it literally with every single competitor so far. And Thrall, just like the Pharaoh, just like the Shadow Priests, are forced to crawl all the way towards Rick while getting absolutely decimated by every single one of the demons. Does have at least a underground burrow. Big Tempest to follow up, but insta fear as soon as you finally got to connect. Pit Lord and what's his face? Doom Guard right around the pillar. Definitely want to line inside that pet. That pet is barely getting those Shadow Bolts around the corner, and they're brutal. Do not want to take damage from those. Tempest, big heal. You gotta get more Maelstrom spending. Builders and spenders of Maelstrom. You gotta use it on those pets if you have to. I think it's just over for you though. One more hit. Yep. One more bite by those pets would do it. Insta slow onto Lemon. Incap right after. Axe toss. Trinkets out of it. Leg sweep onto Rick. Rick with a Dark Pack. Does not have his adaptation break into Leg sweep, unfortunately, here. Looks like Leg sweep is just a 4-second stun, not a 5 seconds. Or maybe it's like running out of 5. I'm not even sure. Pretty sure adaptation should proc from that, right? If it's a full stun. Celestial Alignment does not get any value out of it, unfortunately. No images, no Zuen. And that's a full gateway just to escape all that burst. Bringing Peas down, but those pets are not going anywhere at all. Slice of Wiz to reconnect, but a Pit Lord is right there. Barely right into you. That thing does not feel good. How many Doom Guards kind of one-man spawn? Axe toss, look at the Doom Guard go. Look at that health bar lowering. That is primarily Doom Guard. Karma reversing back into Rick, does go for a proper fear. As Lemon finally got himself some kind of like a decent setup here, but Dress Stalker's right after. Tell me there's no axe toss too. Tell me there's no axe toss right here. This is going to be real tough. You got nothing else you can do right now. You're just dead to the pets. Picking up a lot of healing with the Fort Broom. Huge shield on top of it. Gives him a little bit of survivability. Gotta get those Rising Sun kicks even on the pets just to get himself insta-cast, man. Gotta start kicking even the pets just to get some kicks. Leg sweep with the Rick with potentially big damage. Viscera Fury flying in. Big damage, but you got no health whatsoever. I think it's a Fort... Not a Fort Broom. Actually a Fort Brew, but maybe even that Battle Master Shrink giving you all that fake health, but unfortunately you do go down. Rick last left versus Malevolent. 5 minutes into the match, 25% dampening together with a Motorcycle. Malevolent could cut down Rick's healing down to size, but his healing is also being affected right now. And as a warrior, you only have very limited healing. Whatever you have is actually huge. Knockback by Rick, wall right after Malevolent. If you could just stay on top of Rick, dude, that glide just letting you fly away from Malevolent. Gotta make sure the hamstrings on him. Parry is up. Malef. This is like the only defensive you really got right now. Defensive stance is gonna help you even a little. Playing that Colossus Smash this time. Hold on a second. Big Demolish build. Maybe if you can get on top of Rick with a full stun, big burst, big Demolish. Maybe that'll do the trick. Reflect up so at least you can dampen some of the magic damage, but those pets are still tearing right through you. Fear. Zerker Rage is out of it. Stun with the Demolish. You need to heal right now. Needs to heal immediately or Rick has you. And Rick with a clean 5-0 sweep, chat. Clean 5-0 sweep. Nothing can stop this man in this arena. Somebody over, there we go. Somebody over on team 2 is definitely going to have to try to carry Jason first up versus, I guess, Licton is first up. Is it Licton? Looks like it's Licton. Hold on, Storm Peaks. Oh, hold on. We can't be doing double teaming. Is the Storm Peaks attacking him? It looks like both are attacking. I don't think Licton was supposed to be the one to fight him. I think we get a bit confused here. I think there's a little bit of confusion. Even Licton just kind of stopped attacking. But he's not sure if he should just go Chaos Bolting or not. I am not even sure who's supposed to be the first one, actually. I think there's a little bit of confusion. Even Jason, I think, is a little confused. But the Overlord does not care. The slam comes through. Yeah, I think Licton was just setting up a gateway and stuff. I don't think he was the one that was, like, trying to run out there, actually. You know what we can actually do to make it a proper 5v5? And Lauder just walks in, kills Storm Peak. I don't even know if that man expected it. I'm not even sure what happens. We could have Layson res the Rogue, and we could have Epic Morales res the Hunter, so they get another chance at duels. This way, they're basically like an extra body. I would allow it if you guys go and res them. I will allow it if you guys go do a sneaky little res really quickly, and they get another chance to duel. Maybe they just have them go last or something. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So they could be like a fifth body, technically, quote unquote. Just do it very sneaky, out of the way, where nobody bothers you. You're allowed to. Epic Morales with Kevin, you are also allowed to go res your Hunter. You guys are allowed. You guys are allowed. As Licton tried to see if he can get some damage onto the pet, freezing trap on the Succubus. With Lotto, he's in a situation where he's just gonna have to wait this out a little bit. Licton, I don't even know why it's attacking Jason. What are these pets attacking Jason? What is that? Like the Succubus, it's not that he can control it. It's not that he can control it. I'm gonna let him know you can go res Hunter so he goes again last. Yeah, you're allowed to. You are allowed to. Hold on. You are allowed to. Here we go. Just letting him know. As they're trying to equalize the teams a little bit here. Interrupt onto Licton. I think it's just going to be that full year of the Spear, baby. The Spear is doing work with Whir going to be up next. Got himself a freezing trap ready to go. Whir is already ready. Epic Morales is going to go res the Hunter real quick. So he gets another chance. Lauder, he ain't doing anything weird. This is allowed. You guys got to res Jason. We're letting the Hunter get res. Hunter goes last. You're allowed to heal him too, but have Storm Peaks go last over for the team 2. This way, a 4v4 becomes a 5v5 because at least you got at least a fifth body getting another chance there. Even though Jason did get double teamed essentially, which is unfortunate, you're just stuck with a flare, aren't you? Yeah, basically stuck with a flare. He knows he wants to pick up the eyes, and we're in a position to potentially get like a gouge in the opener. No freezing trap stopping him. Cheap shot through the flare. Does get himself the proper opener either way. Got himself the coins flipping back to back. This time immediately is he taking a lot of damage while rooted, which is unfortunate. That Sentinel root actually lasts for quite a decent bit. Freezing trap. It looked like you got way past it. It wasn't proccing at all until you press grapple, unfortunately. It looked like you got way around it. He's got himself a bit of that opener spear right after cheap shot to stop it. Killing spree. Got his own spear, but it's instead of a spear, it's a gun. It's a gun. Got himself an evasion. Freezing trap to follow. Medic bandage for a second. But Whir is able to break out of the freezing trap with the turtle shell right after for Whir. No vanish for a second. So this is unfortunate. He got himself a bit of damage. Lotto popping out of that turtle shell. Got himself the grenades. Getting shot to follow. Got himself the pet sack. May not be enough. Also got himself bulwark. He got himself the what is it? Fortification of the bear. Fortitude of the bear. A little bit extra help to work with. Yet another mending bandage with Whir. He can go for sippy comes behind the pillar, but that's really about it. Trying to see. Ah, that is unfortunate. Oh no. Still not out of the woods. Lotta got himself a decent bit of reset. Not out of the woods. Full stun onto Whir. Does have a harpoon to pop in and root him in place for a second, but Lotta got a lot of health. A lot of damage. Killing the shot on a spear. Picking up a little bit of health. Is this enough here? He just needs a little bit more damage with them coin flips. He needs to get the tails flip. He keeps getting the heads, which is a damage buff, but not the tails. Oh my god, the outlet is so aggressive. How does Lotta just not panic? Ah, hold on a second. Wait, they actually almost got him. Woo, wait a second. Pistol. Oh no. Looks like the pet otter at the very tail end does take it. Looks like Stormpeaks is going to be rushing out there immediately. Okay, I was thinking it was going to be Epic Morales up next, but instead I guess it's going to have to be last. For Lotta, that's an opportunity to maybe get a couple of kills here. Potentially. Possibly. He's just waiting out in camo. Flares are down. Charge trap, he does get knocked out of stealth with a mending bandage immediately. Kind of expecting Stormpeaks to attack him insta. Is going to get a charge in. Mad damage. Charge trap for a second. Stormpeaks, unless you go for a turtle, I think you're just dead. Unless, just turtle it. Are those pets gonna do anything? They do a little bit of damage. Actually, you got a lot of pets. Is it enough? Grenade. Yeah. Epic Morales charging out right after freezing trap waiting. I don't think you have a camo to reset it, right? So I think you're just gonna have to play like super slow and steady or just be mounted. That might be the play. Trinket immediately is going to be a wall right after stun onto Morales. He got himself a little bit of healing. Disarm can maybe come out. He got himself the storm, the lunar storm onto Morales. Technically grenades could do a lot of damage, but he ain't walking out there. He ain't walking out there. Freezing trap waiting. Hold on, maybe enough time has passed where you can camo. Pets healed. Hold on. Wait, your health. Turtle. It doesn't matter. I don't even know what the hell killed you. Was it like some kind of like a dot or something? Was it like a weapon enchant or something from afar? I honestly can't tell. Bubble instantly for the paladin. Shows just force just to stand here and take the damage, bunkering down, waiting out for it. IBF to break it. For Morales, you may need everything here. That's a full breath out of chill pills, just obliterate smack and a back-to-back. Full burst. Literally just waited out for the bubble. Just waited for it. It was like, all right, bubble, I'm gonna wait. Lotta does pick up 4, by the way. Not bad.